Very good. I thought your partner in crime was the cat.
Oh, no, he's,
I saw how close you and the cat were at MSG,
Start
man.
with the cat already.
Yep.
MSG. New
What
York
a show.
City, not one, but two packed houses in New York City, Madison Square Garden this past week. Of course, Raw, Monday night, we saw the World Heavyweight Championship match between Triple H and Kane.
Saw the unmasking.
Big time stipulation in that match. Should Kane win the match, he would have became the World Heavyweight Champion, but should he lose, which we saw he did, he had to take his mask off, and we finally got a look at the face of the big red machine, the monster, and
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You watched Monday night, and you saw how Triple H and Kane both went into that match having everything to lose. And when Kane finally lost, you could hear live the Garden with both anticipation and anxiety at the same time, not knowing what was going to be under the mask. And I think we all got a shock when Kane finally took that mask off and revealed a face that hasn't been seen in World Wrestling Entertainment in, since 1997?
Right.
Or over 19.
Yeah. And I got a question for you, Dr. Tom. I mean, it goes more back to like Lucha Libres. I remember like back in WCW when Rey Mysterio had to take his mask off.
Right.
And you wanted Rey to win the match, but in a way you kind of wanted him to lose so he would take his mask off and you could see the man underneath. Do you think that had anything to do with that was going on in Madison Square Garden? Do you think that the Canaanites, the Kane fans, kind of had to say, well, I want to see what Kane looks like. I want to see his face.
You know what? That's a good point. But I think that the Canaanites would have rather had Kane win the World Championship, and everyone would have been happy. At the same time, I think there was that curiosity factor, and it all worked out in the end for the Madison Square Garden fans, and I'm not so sure it worked out that good for Kane. But I think going into Raw, Kane knew what was at stake, and he had anxiety the entire day. And again, now he has to live with the fact that he no longer wears his mask.
I can't wait to see what happens this upcoming week on Raw and where Kane goes from here and whatnot. And I also, one of my favorite parts of Raw this past Monday night was the White Boy Challenge.
Is that right? You liked that, huh?
Well, I did. I think Theodore Long and Roddy Mack, they never expected Goldberg.
I think they were expecting you, but then they realized you were on SmackDown.
Right,
So that wouldn't have worked anyway. But the fact is that when you throw out that White Boy Challenge, I don't know if my good friend Theodore R. Long and Rodney.
As well.
No, he hates you. He really has haterade on your side, man. But I don't know if Rodney Mack and Theodore R. Long really knew that Goldberg would accept the challenge, or really knew that this was going to be that wide open, and so many people were paying attention, as obviously Goldberg was. So the White Boy Challenge was accepted Monday night, and Rodney Mack felt Goldberg's spear one way, man.
25 seconds later, Rodney Mack was up and down the jackhammer from Goldberg. I guess there's only one stipulation in the White Boy Challenge. I guess you just have to be white.
Yeah, that's pretty good, Josh. You know what, man? You're good.
Yeah, we got a slam-packed show here. Of course, Draws is back with his 2 cents. Draws will be joining us. Also, Rico will be in the house. Jackie Gayda and I believe Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
But right now we are going to go. Nice haircut,
Mike for life. Nice haircut, Josh. Hey, and the pants. Yeah, I'm going for the Rico look. Thank you very much.
Well, let's go right to it now. We have Draws
what do you
on the
Josh?
phone. Draws, how's it going? You're here with Josh Matthews and Dr. Tom. How's it going?
Not too bad, guys. How's it going there?
Hey, Josh. Hey, Draws.
Wow.
Yeah, I was.
That's a compliment,
You know what?
Draws.
No, that's not a compliment. I apologize. I really do, man. You have no idea what it's like to sit next to this guy every week.
I can only imagine.
Yeah,
Doc.
and just keep going. Let me get your feelings real quick. Kane unmasking on Raw. What'd you think?
His poor hair. But I'll tell you what, Doc, I'm sure you remember when he was actually coming in, and I remember training with him a little bit when he first came in before he had his coming out. It was, October of, I guess they said 97.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with the Kane gimmick, I mean, it's been a long running gimmick. I'll tell you what, everybody's enjoyed it. I've actually gotten a lot of emails from people. So, some people are upset, some people are happy. It's kind of, been, I guess, more upset than anything. But I'm happy. I'm looking forward to seeing, what happens next, what's going to go on, how it's going to work out. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how things are going to turn out.
No doubt about that. Can't wait for Monday this upcoming week. Draws, we didn't get a chance to talk to you last week. How'd you do in your picks? I did absolutely horrible with Bad Blood. Dr. Tom, he didn't do so well either.
I actually went 5-2, and I was considering, although Booker T technically won and didn't win the belt, I was giving myself a win there.
Which two did you lose?
And don't ask me how I lost. I picked Kevin Nash over Hunter. Why, I don't know, because every time I don't pick Hunter, I lose, so I've kind of learned that. And then I also lost on HBK and Flair. I picked HBK and Flair. Flair won with the old suckaroo from Randy Orton, so
yep.
I ended up 5-2. Oh, and I forgot about the first match. Not that I forgot about it, but when I was going down the site, I missed the first match. So
well, I pretty much picked HBK in that match as well. But speaking of Randy Orton, last week on Raw, not in Madison Square Garden, but the week before, Randy Orton, in my opinion, became a star. He took the mic, he went to the ring, and he portrayed himself with confidence. And in my eyes, he became an instant superstar. And Draws, I've got to ask you about this guy. He's young. He's got all the talent in the world. What do you think is in store next for young Mr. Orton, especially what he did to Mick Foley on Monday night?
Right. Well, I mean, like you said, it's hard to realize that this what is he in his early 20s right now? He's out there, running with two, unbelievable wrestlers in Flair and Triple H, and he is. I can't even talk. I can't say enough about him because he's just so talented. Like you said, he took the mic. He has been, after he got hurt, he came back. He was back a week. He got hurt again, and he comes back and he gets right back into things. And he has just shown, unbelievable potential, and he's shown unbelievable, I guess, ring presence and ring skill for such a young kid. And I'm looking forward to seeing, him doing bigger and better things. And like you said, after attacking Mick the other night, I don't know. Just like Triple H and with Flair, you never know what to expect from those guys. And now Randy's the same way. And it's going to be great to see the kid grow up even more.
Yeah, the three of these guys together are going to be, almost unstoppable. Ric Flair, Triple H, and Randy Orton.
You have two of the dirtiest players in the game, in my opinion, and Randy Orton is learning every day. He's around Triple H, he's around Ric Flair, and I don't think you can buy that type of knowledge and experience that you have. Draws, again, going into SmackDown tonight, we saw Monday night Mr. McMahon appear, and I'm sure maybe tonight Mr. McMahon will have a few things to say to Mr. America as well as Zach Gallen.
Well, you know what, Mr. McMahon and Zach Gallen, I've actually laid off that in my articles, but I'm looking forward to this kid getting his payback hopefully sooner than later. But with everything that's going on with this kid, I feel bad for him. He's trying everything he can. It's one thing and another, and you have Vince kicking his leg out. You have Sable, which don't get me wrong, that's not a bad position to be in with the whole situation with Sable. But I'm looking forward to Mr. McMahon getting hit. I kind of always look forward to that when Vince gets involved in a situation, like he is. I'm looking forward to Vince getting a little payback of his own.
Well, one question real quick regarding Mr. McMahon. Did you get a chance to catch Real Sports on Tuesday?
Yes, I did.
You have any insight or thoughts on that as well?
Well, my thing on that, with especially with Vince being on there, I think Vince was right in the fact of, basically I think, it did sound like, and it was, the guy was basically laying blame on Vince. And it's very true. As wrestlers, as professionals, a lot of times we need to look inside ourselves and be able to handle things on our own. As he said, we're employees, and he does what he can. But I think when it comes down to it, it has to be kind of laid upon our shoulders to do the right thing, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, hopefully I'll have a column on a little later on .com, and it talks about the real sports what a rib it really is. And, of course, we all know that the passion and drive that Mr. McMahon has is what made WWE what it is today. And Droz,
Exactly.
yeah, I think we all have to take responsibility, Josh.
Speaking of columns, Droz, what can we expect on the 2 cents column this week on .com?
You know what? I think I'm going to go a little out on the limb this week. Of course, I'm going to talk about some things that are going on at home. And actually, I put some things in there. We were having problems with our dog, and I've probably got a couple hundred emails about our dog and her eating problems, believe it or not. It's been interesting now. The wrestling fans are very interested in what's going on with the animals here, too, which is good. But, you know, the Kane unmasking is probably going to be a good little part of that also.
Sounds good. Can't wait to, looking forward to reading that as well, Droz. And thank you for joining us here each and every week on Bite This when you get a chance. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, guys, you take care and have a good one.
See you, Droz.
All right, bye-bye.
That was Droz kicking in his 2 cents for the week. It's nice to have Droz back. We didn't get a chance to talk to him last week.
I wasn't here last week, but I heard
That's
Tommy
right,
Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer was here.
I heard he caned your ass.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you back, Dr. Tom, for that reason
I don't
only.
believe that one bit, Josh.
Well, I got caned about 8 times up here in the shoulder area, and I had to,
what does that tell you? You're a smart ass and you're hanging around Cole too much, man.
Tommy Dreamer hits people with canes.
Yeah, he hits people he doesn't like with canes.
Oh.
He never hit me with a cane.
Ever?
Never.
Wow.
Never, ever, never.
Maybe he should. Singapore cane right across the forehead for Dr. Tom. Wouldn't offend me.
I know what will offend you.
What's that?
Yeah, okay, great. Let's move on.
Moving on, anyway. Of course, Jackie, Gayda, and Rico will be joining us on the show. We're going to take you right now to a clip of Jackie Gayda. This was almost probably 2.5 years ago, maybe a year ago. Jackie Gayda winning Tough Enough 2.
Yeah,
Jake.
You know what my favorite part was, man? Besides Jake.
When you go,
Jackie's boyfriend at the end going, oh, Jesus Christ, now I'm going to lose her. Kind of like your...
Kind of like what there, Dr. Tom?
Kind of like you did with your girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, joining us on the phone, Dr. Tom's off on his own little tangent today. But joining us on the phone now is none other than Raw superstar Rico. Rico, what's up? You're on the phone with Josh Matthews and Dr. Tom. How's it going?
Great. How's it going, Josh? Dr. Tom, how you doing there, son?
Very good, Rico. Always a pleasure to talk to you. And Josh, I think, doesn't realize it. Hey, by the way, what did you do with your Tough Enough trophy? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, sorry, Rico. I just want to get that out. But you happen to have one of the winners from Tough Enough, Jackie Gayda, by your side now. And let me ask you this, man, because we've seen the transformation of you and come out in the beginning as a stylist and then managed, 3-minute warning. And, of course, now you have Jackie Gayda by your side. And it seems like you've done a complete makeover once again. Can you kind of give everybody an insight in how that came about?
Well, there's many levels to Rico. I mean, it just keeps going. It's like layers of an onion or something, just like Shrek or something. You never know how deep it goes. It just keeps me evolving. And now I'm on a singles career, and I like it, and I got one hot lady by my side.
No doubt about that. That's saying a mouthful right there. If you have questions for Rico, call us at 188-LIVE-WWE. And, of course, you can join us on WWE.com. Bite This, going on live right now. Rico, we got lots of emails, questions for you right here. Let's go to one right now from Rachel from somewhere in California. I mess up the names of the towns every week. The tables have turned now and you have a manager. What are your thoughts on that? Which one do you like more, managing or wrestling?
I love wrestling more. I love competing. I mean, that's been my whole life, with gladiators and then just everything I've done, wrestling in high school, football. I love competing. So I've managed, and now I'm wrestling, and now I have somebody looking after me.
You know, Rico, I think we've talked to you before about what you've done in the past, and from working with the Secret Service and Bodyguard, American Gladiators, and also if you can just give another bit of, I don't know, I want to say information, but background on what happened the first time you came to WWE, and then how you wound up in OVW for so long, and eventually winding up right where you are now with Jackie Gayda by your side, and you're doing a whole different persona.
Wow, WWE was kind of like I was trying to help somebody else get involved in wrestling. A gentleman named Tiny, he was like 6'8", 330 pounds, and they ended up picking me. And after 8 months in the business in a league called the Empire Wrestling Federation, and just 12 matches, a tape went up to WWE, and your brother saw it and asked me to camp.
Right.
And there I was with Dory Funk Jr., and there I was 37, 38 years old going to wrestling camp. I was signed shortly after that to developmental contract, and about 4 months later, when Jim Cornette headed to OVW with Danny Davis, he called on me, and I went to OVW. And as I saw it, I was getting ready to get called up in July, and I tore my right quad tendon in a television match with Flash Flanagan, and that sent me back. The doctors in Indiana said that was going to end my career, and I told him thanks a lot, and I walked out of his office, came to Las Vegas, talked to another surgeon. He said, okay, I'll have you back in a year, and I came back in 6 months.
Yeah.
Finished up a little bit in OVW, and 2 days after WrestleMania, was brought in as the stylist for Billy and Chuck. Not this WrestleMania, but the WrestleMania before. And did a tour with Billy and Chuck, and then I came with 3 Minute Warning, and was on Raw for a while, and now I'm finished 3 Minute Warning, and I'm doing a singles career with Jackie Gayda.
Well, how did you come upon the fact, or the idea, so to speak, of putting glitter and making yourself? I saw the frosting in your hair as well on Monday night, and that's a nice touch. I think Josh was looking for what you did. The frosting.
Absolutely, I'm always looking for styling tips from Rico.
Yes.
Let me tell you, I got the Rico wear out now. I've got fashion tips.
I know. I've got a pair of your pants on, man.
He does.
Yes,
He's got them
I
on
do.
right now.
Yes, sir.
Rico, let's go to a phone call now. We got Harlan calling from Philadelphia. Harlan, you're on the phone with Rico. What's your question, buddy?
First off, how you doing, Josh and Dr. Tom?
We're great.
Great.
Thanks for asking.
How you doing, Rico?
Great, you?
Good, thank you. Rico, if you may let me ask you, I got 2 questions, and I'll say them both in one sentence. First off, how come you changed your own entrance theme from You Look So Good to Me? Because right off the bat, that's a great theme. I pick up girls playing that in my convertible, and it's such a great theme.
Yeah,
and
right, Harlan.
No, how come you changed it? And second off, what do you think about on SmackDown, the return of Mr. Ass? Because you once managed him.
Well, the change of the theme was a change in my character. So when you do that, it comes about new things. New theme, new entrance song, new persona, something fresh and new to start something off. As far as Mr. Ass goes, I'm glad he's back. He's on SmackDown. He's going to do a singles career, and I hope he makes it.
You know something? We're looking at this picture of you and Jackie backstage, and is that the kind of girl that could turn a gay man straight?
Who's gay?
No.
I mean, I am gay, but I'm very happy.
Yeah, very happy. Okay, thank you very much.
I'm a very happy person.
Yes, okay.
Jackie will actually be joining all 3 of us on the phone here in just a few minutes. Rico, let's go to another email question here. We got one from, Billy V. of Alden, Pennsylvania. Which stands out more, the cheers you received as the American Gladiators Grand Champion or the boos you receive as being a WWE heel wrestler?
I like to be a WWE wrestler. I like that better.
Cool.
Yeah, obviously, you can tell the passion you have going in there. Someone also on the instant feedback wants to know, it's from Y2 Jericho Hal. Rico, you look great for 41. What's your secret?
Oh, I wish I could tell you, but thanks, Mom and Dad. I had nothing to do with it. It's good genes.
Dr. Tom, you were looking for some advice there too, huh?
But, years of, taking care of yourself, working out. I've been working out about 21 years now.
Yeah,
so,
maybe, yeah.
And Dr. Tom, the careers I've had, so I've had to stay healthy and stay on top of the game. It wasn't always wrestling or athletics, bodyguard, police work.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Right. Well, Josh just hopes to live that long, and at the rate he's going right now, he may not live past 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock.
Yeah, probably not.
No.
Right now, we have the pleasure of Jackie Gayda joining us on the phone now. Jackie, you're on the phone with Josh Matthews, Dr. Tom, and Rico himself. How are you doing today?
Excellent. How are you guys doing?
We're doing excellent as well. We've been looking at some pictures of you and Rico, and I just asked Rico this a couple minutes ago. Are you the kind of girl that could turn a gay man straight?
Oh, of course, of course. You know, I really don't know. I really don't know how Rico can resist. You know, it's just.
Well, I was talking about Josh.
I'm sorry.
I was talking about Josh.
Oh goodness, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one, Dr. Tom.
Yeah, thanks. I'm here all week. Try the veal.
You're going to be here all week?
Yeah.
Sweet, so am I. So, Jackie, how does it feel being up here in the WWE now and, working for WWE and OVW? What's your schedule like these days?
It's pretty busy. It's pretty hectic right now, but it's the best of both worlds as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I have the pleasure and the honor of being up at WWE and being able to work and train and with everybody up there, and then still down at OVW where I'm able to, get sufficient ring time and everything in. So it's a lot. It definitely is. I'm in the ring as much as possible, and then throw the travel and everything in there. But I wouldn't have it any other way. So it's great. It's exciting.
It had to be a big jump for you to go to OVW right after winning Tough Enough 2. And I just asked Josh where he put his Tough Enough 2 trophy, but I guess obviously he doesn't have to worry about that. But
we'll leave that, under the rug. We won't bring that up.
Yeah. Are you keeping in touch with anybody from Tough Enough 2, like that big, great, talented guy named Jake?
Oh, Jake. You know what? I don't really know what Jake is doing. The last thing I heard, he was out in the West Coast, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what he's doing with himself right now. But however, I do keep in touch with Annie every once in a while, so she's doing pretty well.
Jake's probably getting his PhD somewhere. That guy was just one of the most intelligent people I've ever had the privilege.
What you mean? Did Al have to tell you about the R and the L on his hands? Oh.
No. Rico, would you obviously not only is Jackie a beautiful woman, but she seems to be pretty damn tough as well. Would you possibly see an intergender team going after anybody here in World Wrestling Entertainment?
I'll tell you what, I'll stack Jackie up against anybody, any female in WWE. She's tough, and she has the looks, and she's got the brains, too.
Ooh.
Well, thank you. I have to say the exact same thing about Rico.
Well, sure you would.
So combined, they're like the total package.
Right.
Together. Rico, I got another question. This is an email question. This is not coming from me. This is coming from John of Indiana. Why would someone as hot as Jackie want with a pansy, fruity, purple eyeshadow wearing nerd like you?
Oh.
Wow. Somebody sounds insecure over there.
You know what, though?
I'm very secure with my manhood, very secure with my being, and I'm just confident, and that confidence is overwhelming. And that's why Jackie wants to be with me. She wants to be the best, and she wants to be with the best. So to do that, you have to associate with the best. So I'm sorry for that gentleman wherever he lives. I mean, he's so insecure. But when you have the total package and you are the package, Jackie and I, there's just everything else just falls short.
Well, there's a lot of people on the Instant Feedback Room also comparing you to Adrian Street. And if we just touch on that real quick, because I'm very familiar with Adrian Street, what he did in the past, and he also was very controversial in his look and in his mannerisms. But once you got in the ring with the guy, it was a fight, and you had to fight for everything you got, so to speak. And I think it's also one of those things where the same thing, going in the ring, you now have people calling you the obvious names. I mean, they're saying, hey, Rico is a Josh. But, I mean, obviously you have to get in the ring and still compete regardless of what you look like. But have you had the chance to watch any old Adrian Street tapes?
I've seen a few of them, yeah, and I've even spoken to Adrian.
Is that where you got the idea for the sideburns?
Pardon me?
Is that where you got the idea for the sideburns?
No.
Okay.
That's all original, baby. Come on.
I got you.
I'm an original.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, Rico, we're going to let you go. Go enjoy your weekend. Can't wait to see you on Raw this upcoming week. We're going to keep Jackie on for a little bit while longer here. I know you got a lot of questions for her, Dr. Tom.
Why'd you just cut Rico off? He was just going to say something.
No, I didn't. No, he wasn't.
Josh?
Rico,
Josh?
were you going to say something?
Yeah, Josh,
Yeah.
you're going to get a makeover.
I apologize. The audio here is all messed up. I didn't get a chance to hear anything.
Excuses, huh, Dr. Tom?
Yes, and he doesn't listen. Go ahead, please finish what you were saying, Rico. Go ahead.
Let me tell you about Adrian and myself. Yes, I may be a little flamboyant. Yes, I may be on the edge. Yes, I may be controversial. But I will say, when I step in that squared circle, I'm all business.
Kind of like Josh when he steps in that room. He's all business.
Wow, Dr.
Yeah.
Tom. Just
But that's the room he spends the quarters in.
Man.
Yeah.
He can't touch the glass.
Yeah, very good.
Constant.
Well, now you can say goodbye to Rico. Thank
Constant belittling. I'm glad that I come here each and every Thursday.
you. You glad?
after
You ought to be
for
glad
this.
Monsoon's not here anymore.
That's true.
He would bury you. He would eat you alive. You'd be gone within a week.
Hey, Jackie.
Yes,
Hey, Precious.
I am awesome. How are you?
Oh,
Wow.
that was a
there we
moment.
go. Hey.
Thank you
What
very
did you
much.
say?
That was a
Hey.
moment. That was very nice. Thank you.
Jackie and I have our moments, and we're debuting Rico's Runway this night on Sunday Night
Yes,
Heat.
be sure to check it out.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, Rico's Runway and the sizzling summer spectacular.
Yes.
I got to tell you, I loved you at the World when you came out in the fashion show.
Oh, let me tell you, that was just the beginning.
Yes.
Just a sneak preview of what he has up his sleeve. Or
That's
down
right.
at, never mind.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
leave it at that.
This is a family show, Jackie Gayda.
Sorry.
That's
Hey,
okay.
John.
You don't
Yes.
talk. Yes.
Hey, Josh.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Shush.
Yes.
Well, on that
Okay,
note,
Tom,
Rico,
continue.
we're all looking forward to seeing Rico's Runway this upcoming Sunday night on Heat, of course on TNN, each and every Sunday. So, Rico, now we will let you go and enjoy whatever it is that you're doing this Thursday afternoon. Appreciate
will.
Appreciate you joining us here on Bite This.
Thank you much. Dr. Tom, Josh,
You have a nice one, Rico.
you too. Bye, sweetie.
Bye-bye, Rico.
Bye-bye, darling.
So Jackie, I mean, I realize that it is probably tough to talk to Josh, being that you are the Tough Enough champion, and Josh was in the first Tough Enough, and he's getting even more heat now that he's with WWE than ever before, and that's just with the
It's
boys.
like 95 degrees in Stanford. I can't help but get heat.
But
It's super hot out
do
today.
you think that experience? Obviously, it was very rewarding because you won. But do you think that experience, without that experience, what I'm trying to say, you would have got this far?
I have no doubt in my mind that I've gotten this far. It may have taken a little bit longer, but I know ultimately, in the end, or I should say in the beginning, I would have definitely been within the World Wrestling Entertainment franchise here. It's just something that I really got a taste of, or started to really watch and understand, and, well, I shouldn't say understand yet, but just kind of get a glimpse into over the past couple of years. And when I have my mind set on something that I really want to do and have a desire to do, there's no stopping it. And it just so happened that Tough Enough presented itself at a very opportune time, and I jumped on that and took it from there. So I don't doubt without it. It may have been a different road, maybe a little bit longer, but I still ultimately would have been in the WWE, I really believe. So.
You're not still with the same guy you were with in Tough Enough, were you? Same boyfriend?
I'm with Rico now. What do you mean? Yes, actually I am.
Oh, okay, good.
Yes,
Oh, that just broke
This
the
is Bite
hearts of
This.
half our male audience out there, more than half, probably all of
And
them.
what about the other half? Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I'm sure all of them are upset, Dr. Tom. Of course, I agree 100% with Jackie. I think she would eventually be where she is now, because Jackie tried out for the first Tough Enough and didn't make it, and then came out in the second one and won the whole thing.
thank you. Yep. Yeah. I had the pleasure of meeting Josh.
That's right.
Back in
right.
Tough Enough 1,
It is,
yes.
it is a pleasure, isn't
You know,
it?
you know what though? I think you're glad. You should be glad you didn't have to live in the same house with him though.
Oh.
I have to sit with him every week, and that's bad enough.
Living in a house with me was probably one of the greatest experiences of those people's lives, Dr. Tom.
Why is that?
Because, I just...
So anyway, Jackie, are you still training in OVW? Do you get the chance to get in the ring and get the ring time you need?
Yes, I definitely have sufficient ring time that I need.
Good.
I definitely do.
Because you know who
Usually
to
we
talk to
train-
if you don't.
I'm sorry?
You know who to talk to if you don't.
Yes, I do.
Good.
I know who to talk to if I don't. I certainly do.
Yes, ma'am.
I know the whole procedure and process for that.
I know you do.
As far as getting the workouts in, I mean it's been great. We've been working with we, meaning myself and the other developmental talent down here. Anyone, of course, Danny Davis gets in the ring and trains. As much as he can. He's had a couple of sessions with the girls and have really been able to help elevate us and understand some more things. And then we've had, of course, everybody down there as far as veterans down there, Doug Basham, Danny Holly, Nova, Rob Conway, a couple other really key guys that have helped out in the training process. So, yes, I'm still down there training. And I think, like I said before, it's just kind of the best of both worlds right now. I'm still learning while I can, of course, and will always be, but still down here getting the ring time.
Yeah, the Basham brothers are certainly making a name for themselves on SmackDown, as is Linda Miles, now known as Shaniqua.
Yeah, Shaniqua. Yeah, I called her phone the other day, and I thought Linda Miles. Wait, I'm trying to reach Shaniqua. Wait a minute here. This isn't right.
How do you think Linda's doing over on SmackDown, or should I say Shaniqua?
Shaniqua, I think Shaniqua is doing excellent. She's enjoying herself. She's having a blast, and she's full of energy as always. And I think she really kind of completes the whole Basham brothers and kind of leads them along the way, I guess, so to speak. I think it's really interesting, and I think she's going to have a lot of fun with it. So.
Yeah, I know my partner, the Cat, is definitely trying to join the Basham brothers so he can get closer to Shaniqua. The Cat's in love with Shaniqua.
Really?
Well, why shouldn't he be?
Oh, yeah. He's madly... No, but he's like madly in love. He wants to marry her.
Oh, really?
Really?
Well,
Yeah,
I'll have to pass that along to her and see.
Yeah, let her know that the Cat is more than interested.
All right, I will.
Yes.
I'll see what she has to say.
Yeah.
Why can't the Cat let her know that?
Because the Cat's a little shy.
He is, huh?
Yeah, he goes out and dances and does the whole thing, but he's a little shy when it comes to the females.
I
I try to help him out with that. That's like my expertise, Dr. Tom.
Whoo, yes,
He's
sir.
intimidated by a woman with a whip, you mean?
Right, a riding crop.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just... I don't know what she does with it.
Would you like her to show you?
No, probably not.
Why not?
So, Jackie Gayda, listen, thank you for joining us here on Bite This. Of course, with Rico on the phone as well. It's very interesting, and we appreciate your time and everything like that. Can't wait looking forward to seeing you on Raw this upcoming Monday night. And enjoy your weekend.
Yes. Well, thank you guys very, very much. I had fun.
You bet.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Thank you. You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. That was Jackie Gayda joining us on the phone. She's, Tough Enough 2 winner, as Dr. Tom pointed out that I was not the winner of Tough Enough 1. Thank you, Dr. Tom, for
Anytime, man. I want to help you.
letting everyone know that.
Oh, I think everybody can just tell.
SmackDown comes to you tonight from Madison Square Garden. Still joining us on the phone is Chris Benoit. He will be in action tonight on SmackDown, as well as two huge six-man tag team matches. The Undertaker teams up with the returning APA to take on the full-blooded Italians. Then, of course, Mr. America, Brock Lesnar, and Kurt Angle team up to take on Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas, and the 7'5", 100-pound Big Show. And that's just 6 of SmackDown's top superstars in the ring at one time. It's going to be awesome.
Man, I every time you get Big Show and Brock Lesnar in the ring nowadays, you know there's going to be an explosion, and the ring crew has been instructed to reinforce the ring to make sure that nobody gets hurt and nobody breaks the ring as they did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, last week the ring was reinforced for unfinished business, and now you got 6 superstars in the ring. Who knows what's going to happen tonight on SmackDown? Still to join us, Chris Benoit. Make sure you give us your calls at 1-888-LIVE-WWE to talk to the Canadian crippler, Chris Benoit himself. And right now we're going to go to a clip. This is Chris Benoit winning the Intercontinental title last year in Greensboro, North Carolina. When we return, Chris Benoit will be joining us via the telephone. But of course, Chris Benoit defeating Rob Van Dam for the Intercontinental Championship, and now Chris Benoit is looking for the United States Championship. Joining us on the phone now is the crippler, Chris Benoit, here with Josh Matthews and Dr. Tom. Chris, how are you feeling today? Whoa.
Great.
Wow.
I bet he's feeling real good now, huh?
I don't know
You
what
did that, huh,
was.
Josh?
I have nothing to do with anything.
You've been very defensive lately.
On the technical side.
What's the problem with that, man? Are you nervous?
No, I'm not nervous.
Why are you defensive?
I'm not being defensive. I'm
Is
trying to.
that a cigarette burn, or is that just like...
No, I don't know what that is on my... I have no idea. These pants are very
It's
old.
kind of sticky, huh?
I've had them for a very long time. But
obviously.
anyway, Chris Benoit should be joining us here rather shortly, hopefully. And give us your calls at 1-888-LIVE-WWE. Chris, you're on the phone with Josh Matthews and Dr. Tom. How are you feeling today?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good, thank you.
Very good, man. Obviously, you're on the road to the U.S. Championship, and this is a title that's been being brought back for the first time, actually, in WWE. And how do you feel about that?
Yeah, well, I look forward to it. It's just added competition. Gives everyone something else to shoot for. I mean, they can only have one title fight a night, and it gives everyone else a goal, something to aim at.
Great. I know you've competed all over the world, and you actually spent a lot of your career in Japan as well as Mexico. Do you foresee any chance of going back either to Mexico or Japan?
We are going to Japan in July. I believe we have 2 dates in Tokyo and 1 date in Kobe. looking forward to that, going back over there. It's been years since I've been, and from what I understand, the company has been looking at going down to Mexico as well. So, it's just great to I love doing them overseas tours and performing, giving the fans overseas, because all they get is the TV. And it's great when you get there and they show their appreciation by I tell you what, they crank the noise volume up.
Yeah, I know the Superstars always get a tremendous reaction when you guys go over there, because it's not very often, like you said, that the fans overseas get a chance to see the WWE Superstars live and in person. So it's good for them. Chris, if you don't mind, we're going to go to the phone calls now. We got one from Kyle. He's calling from Boston. Kyle, you're on the phone with Chris Benoit. What is your question?
Hey, Chris Benoit, I'm a big fan.
Thank
I
you.
just wanted to ask you how you lost your tooth.
I lost that wrestling, so years and years and years ago, and hence the name Toothless Aggression.
Very good. Chris, a lot of people have been asking, and there's some on email and some on instant message. They want to know how you feel about being left out of the title hunt, being left out of the WWE Championship hunt, so to speak.
Well, I really don't look at it that way. I mean, I think if I was always in that title hunt and week after week after week after week, I have my run, I take my shot at it and then back off and look at other things. I get into the tag division for a while, refresh myself, and then I'll be back in it. I will be back in that title hunt soon enough. But if I just stayed focused on that, and I think I'd just burn myself out.
Mm-hmm. You've been teaming up with Rhino a lot lately, and recently there's been some problems between you and Rhino. But this Saturday night, you guys take on the Basham Brothers on Velocity. Think you and Rhino are going to be able to work things out and work as a team?
Yeah, most definitely. We've had our differences in the past, and we've talked. And I got a lot of respect for Rhino as an athlete, what he's accomplished in this business, and we're in there together, and we formed a partnership, and I trust the guy. I got a lot of respect for his ability.
Right. You also defeated Rhino in the first round tournament for the United States Championship. Are you looking forward to that championship coming back? Are you looking forward to maybe getting your? You held the U.S. Championship before, and that title dates back so far. No, he never held it. Oh, sorry, Chris.
That's his crack research, by the way, Chris. Just sorry.
Well, then, are you looking forward to holding it for the first time then when it comes back here to the WWE?
Yeah, most definitely. As I said, it's another title for everyone to shoot at, for everyone to focus on. It adds a lot of competitiveness, a lot of competition, and I'm looking forward to having it back in the mix.
Very cool. Let me ask you something about a newcomer to SmackDown. Will make his debut tonight, the Ultimo Dragon. Any thoughts or first impressions?
Yeah, I've known Ultimo Dragon for quite some time now. I think he's a tremendous wrestler. He's very innovative, very quick with his feet. He does a lot of the kick style. He wrestled a lot in Mexico, so he's got a lot of the lucha style, some Japanese style, some American style. It's quite, his style is quite intriguing to watch.
I know we're all looking forward to seeing Ultimo Dragon debut tonight in Madison Square Garden. Chris, we got another phone call for you. This is Rebecca calling from Long Island. Rebecca, you're on the phone with Chris Benoit. What is your question?
Hey, I honestly think that you're pound for pound like the best technical wrestler ever, and I was just wondering why you think you haven't held the title yet.
Well, why I think I haven't held the title yet, or why I don't quite understand your question. I'm sorry.
Why you think you haven't held it yet?
Why I think I haven't held it yet? Well, I haven't won it yet. I've it's like I was saying before. I've had my opportunities, and I think if I continually stayed focused on that one goal, I think I'd burn myself out. So I like backing off a bit, going into the tag division for a while, fighting for the U.S. title now. It just gives you a different perspective and helps you renew yourself so that the next time I do take a shot at the title and go for that run, that I'll come up successful.
Chris, very often you've been called the best technical wrestler in the world. Who, in your opinion, is the second best technical wrestler in the WWE or in the world, for that matter?
There's so many. I'd hate to a lot of the people I step into the ring with, I've got a tremendous amount of respect for. It's like you really, like with Tough Enough and all the shows that have been on, you really don't know how hard it is until you live it, and it's just that's just the way it is. It's just, I've got so much respect for everyone that I step into the ring with. It'd be hard to pick one of them because they all have their strengths, and it'd be hard to pick all. It's great to have that compliment to say best technical wrestler, but everyone has their strengths. It'd be hard to pick out one that is and say that is the best or that is the second best.
No doubt, that's very understandable. Let's go to another phone call. Now we have Brian calling from Pennsylvania. Brian, you're on the phone with Chris Benoit.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
I just wanted to ask you what you think of the split brand pay-per-views, with Raw just having Bad Blood and SmackDown getting their shot this month. Do you think that's beneficial to the company?
Yeah, I do. It's new, so it may take some time to iron out the wrinkles in that, but I definitely think it's beneficial. It's there's more opportunities for guys to work, to wrestle and work in higher caliber matches. There's more main events, there's more semi-main events, more opportunities for the guys. You look at our talent roster, and it is very, very deep, and we have a lot of bodies. And I think it gives a great opportunity for a lot of the talent to get out there, and it's hopeful for new guys coming into the industry as well, because they see all these spots that are available and they have something to shoot for.
On that note, Chris, do you feel any added pressure for Vengeance this upcoming July? Do you feel any added pressure to perform there, considering the success that Raw had with Bad Blood?
Not added pressure, competitiveness. I do. I'm very proud of the SmackDown product, and I want to hit a home run with that pay-per-view as a whole. I want it to be very successful. I want to give the people a bit of everything, and I want them to shut off the TV or leave the building that night, happy, saying, "Man, that was the best show I've ever seen."
Cool, right on.
Yeah, how's your neck holding up so far?
It feels good right now. I'm knock on wood, but I really take care of it. I do a lot of isometric exercises, and I'm very aware of everything I do. I try to be aware. A lot of falls that we take in the ring are chaotic and hard to control, but I try to stay aware of everything that I'm doing and try to listen to my body and take as good a care of it as I can. And knock on wood, so far I haven't had any problems.
That's good to hear, very good to hear. Chris, getting back to tag team wrestling and wrestling in general, what do you think about the pairing of Eddie Guerrero and Tajiri? I mean, they've been successful in the ring so far. I know you're good friends with Eddie. How do you think that these two have, obviously they're doing very well in the ring, but how do you think they're doing as a team?
It's funny because there's such different styles. They bring such different elements, such different chemistry to the table, and it's funny to see them tagged up. Because Eddie's such a different style wrestler than Tajiri, as well as his character, and
right.
It just I don't know what to think of it. I mean, you can't knock their success. They've been successful, but it's interesting.
Right, they are the WWE Tag Team Champions currently, so they must be doing something right.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Chris, have you had a chance to watch Raw lately?
We usually watch it, get the opportunity to watch it in catering on when we tape SmackDown, because we're usually wrestling on Monday nights. So I catch as much as I can here and there.
What's your impression of Goldberg so far?
I believe that he's made impact, but I don't think he's made as big of an impact as he could have made. Bill has been off for a number of years now, and we all know in this industry, I mean, if I have 2 extra days off a week, it's going to shut my timing down. I'm going to be half a step behind. So if you go and you wrestle once a month or once every 3 months or once every 6 months, it's just going to be that much more harder to maintain that level, that peak level that you love to be in when you step into that ring. And I think he's had so much time off between while he was working steady in WCW to now that it's going to take him a while to get that ball rolling and have that momentum that he had going from in WCW.
Yeah, Goldberg's he's making a big impact on Raw. We saw this past Monday night. he defeated Roddy Mack in about 25 seconds in the White Boy Challenge. So, he's making an impact over there. Do you ever think that, those guys on Raw, is there anybody on Raw that you'd like to, lock up with in the future? I know that there may never be a chance for that to happen, but if down the road, perhaps maybe, is there anybody on the Raw side that you haven't wrestled yet that you'd like to get in the ring with?
Yeah, every one of them. I love the competition. I love the competitiveness of this industry. Hell, I'd love to. I've only wrestled Triple H in a singles match once. That was my first time on WWE TV. I'd love to have another, run with him. I'd love to run with Jericho again. I'd like to have a match with Shawn Michaels, with Goldberg. Everyone. It's like, I just love the competitiveness and, going out there and doing what you love doing. It's unparalleled.
Yeah, very cool. I think that the Raw crew would feel the same way if they had the opportunity to get in the ring with you as well. And I know we have a lot more phone calls.
Yeah,
so Josh,
got, Rita calling from Michigan. Rita, you're on the phone with Chris Benoit. What is your question?
What's your next goal in the WWE?
Pardon me?
Your next goal here in the WWE?
To win the championship. I believe that is everyone's goal. Hands down.
Well,
right now, my focus is on the U.S. title. I'm involved in that tournament. That is my focus right now. But long term, that is my long term goal.
I think it's not a matter of if, but just a matter of when. I've said that before. I think that the talent we have in World Wrestling Entertainment today and the talent we're bringing up in the future is going to be tested by the veterans we have here and now. And I just think that the guys such as yourself will shine and rise to the top because there's no place else for you guys to go except in the ring with the champion, the world champion or WWE champion. And I think eventually that's gonna be Chris Benoit.
That's what my focus is.
Right on. There's no better, there's no upper echelon than being the WWE champion. So, but Chris Libres or anybody like that, maybe like a Jushin Liger or a Sasuke, anybody like that could be coming over to join the SmackDown Cruiserweight division?
Well, I tell you, wouldn't that be awesome?
It would be.
That'd be something else to see. It's great having Ultimo Dragon on board right now, and there's going to be It was great because they bring in guys from a lot of the other companies in Japan and from all over the world really to compete. And you're facing a lot of different styles, a lot of European style, a lot of Mexican style, lucha style, Japanese style, American style. It was like this big boiling pot, and it was very it was a great learning experience.
Do you ever have the sorry, Dr. Hammond.
No.
Do you ever have the opportunity to check out TNA, which of course is on Wednesday nights on their pay-per-view? They have their X division, similar to our cruiserweight division. Guys like AJ Styles and Loki and Dragon Kid and Christopher Daniels is one that I wanted to say as well. Do you ever get a chance to see those guys?
I have heard a lot about it, and I'm a little ashamed to say that I have never I've never sat and watched it, which I should. Being in the industry, you should always have your ear to the ground, but I really haven't had the chance to watch a whole show.
Chris, with your guys' busy schedule, I'm surprised you guys have a chance to do laundry at all during the week.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, nobody can blame you guys for you guys are on the road so much, and looking forward to this upcoming week. SmackDown comes from Rochester, New York. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing you this Saturday night on Velocity as well, teaming up with Rhino against the Basham Brothers. We're all looking forward to that as well.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Chris, thank you for joining us here on Bite This. Thank you for your time. We really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you this upcoming week on SmackDown.
Thanks for having me.
No
Have a good one.
Thank you, Tom.
Right.
Chris Benoit joining us on the phone. He's always nice to talk to. Chris Benoit is so well-versed in his background and everything like that, and he brings so much to the table in this U.S. Championship tournament. I think, in my opinion, Benoit can go all the way.
Yeah, I think you can go all the way, Josh. You in a rush?
No.
You nervous?
No.
I have to plug my towns.
The second time you've asked me if I'm nervous.
Well, that's because you act really agitated and nervous, man.
No, I'm not nervous at all. I
Very
guess
good.
we have a new segment here on Bite This.
What is that?
The freaking
Recon?
The freaking Recon.
Yeah.
I have no idea what is this is.
Recap
Yeah, the
of
freaking
Raw.
Recon. The freaking Recon. Am I saying that right? He's got a recap of Raw. Is who?
You gotta be down.
You got to be down to know what
You
the
got to be
freaking Recon is
like
talking
the
about?
down low.
Oh.
You know.
Well, next week we will not be here for Bite This
Why not?
because we for special 4th of July weekend we will
How
not
come?
be here.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
I don't
be.
know because we'll be preempted.
What are you going to be? What are you going to do? What are you going to do, man?
I'll be celebrating the birth.
Can I plug my towns real quick?
Birth of America.
I'm going to be in Saskatchewan. I'm going to be in Alpha Mega Ortega. I'll be in Tijuana, and we're all going to be on the 12th. That's what date that'd be. 12th of never. We're going to be in Snabitzville.
I can't wait for those shows. It should be great. I've been to Snabitzville quite a few times, and I really
sure
enjoy
have.
it. So, thank you for all of you for joining us here on Bite this Thursday night. We won't be here next week, but 2 weeks we'll be back, and hopefully maybe Tales from the Hook will be back with Taz.
Taz doesn't like you anymore.
Talking to Taz, so
can't stand
once
you.
again, thank you, and thank you to our guests,
He'll stretch
Chris
you
Benoit,
again, like he did the
Rico,
first
and
Tough
Jackie
Enough.
Gayda, and we leave you now with the freaking
afraid
and the
of
recap
Taz.
of Raw.
Kick your ass.
Yo, this is the freaking Rican that all you mommies been seeking. Running down last Monday night's Raw on my only 2 minutos of fame. You feel me? I want to holler at y'all about the ceremony for Foley that was really hardcore, and the drama continued as Flair and Horton threw my man down the stairs. Yo, what's up with that? Now, you know Foley ain't having that next week. The freaking Rican thinks it's on. You feel me? Which one is it, Nordiski? Are you black, white? You got punked by Pretty Boy Maven, he showed you, and the Papi Chulo really knows now who's tough enough. You feel me? Hey, yo, Vince, what's really good with a Rican reel? Hold on, y'all. Yo, what's up, ma? Listen, I'm live on Bike This. You gotta holler back. Booty call later. 1. Sorry, y'all. Where was I? Speaking of Jerry Ho, let me read a prepared statement. It's like this. For shizzle my nizzle, you're still boring and you got beat. What's really good with you? It looks like the 2 fruity Frenchies held it down even when the Starch came out to represent. Anyway, it was nothing but sweet chin music on Evolution, which wrestled like pollution on my block up in the hood. What's going on? Anyway, it's like this. I want to holler at y'all about Mr. Long's Mac Daddy, which is too short for next white boy, which is the worst than a quickie with my shorty. What's going on? Anyway, speaking of shorties, let me give you guys a shout out with my girl Iris, Boquita, Felicia. 30 seconds? What do you mean I only got 30 seconds? Let me run down the last match of the night. It was like the G to the O to the D on the line. Came out the frame looking ugly. Damn, can I represent a barber up in there? You better believe the feud between the Crew and Kane ain't over. We're going to peep them next week live on Raw. Check me out next week. This is the freaking Rican with my only 2 minutos of fame. Peace.